Senator wey dey represent Eastern Central, Senator Monday Okpebholo, aka Akpakamiza, wey be one of the All Progressive Congress APC Governorship aspirant for Edo 2024 election on Tuesday 30th January 2024, gathered leaders and members and supporters of the political party APC for APC Secretariat to declare in aspiration to be the next governor of Edo State. Former member Federal House of Representatives representing Gubernatorial Edo Local Government, Honorable Henry Oharobo, for im talk say dem go need to bargain to get the governor position, but with wetin Okpebholo don do for ground, in victory dey certain. E constitute mouth on top where Okpebholo for come and the many work wey Okpebholo don do and say if the aspirant become governor, e go do many ogbonge things. Honorable Henry come still beg the leader say make dem join body, make dem fit produce better leader.
Edo Central is too small for him. We are saying give him the scepter to control the 3 senatorial districts. There are people in Edo South, we know. There are people in Edo North, we know. But we are saying through collective bargaining, he can get this position. He is not afraid of competition. Of course, to be challenged in life is natural. It's the ultimate end. But to be defeated is optional. He knows that with what he has on ground, what he has done, that his victory is in fixed deposit, which he will get, there's no doubt about it. Someone told me, you are spokesman to a man, that the man is not big. Look at the man. I asked the person, does he look malnourished? He said, no, but he's smallish. I said, do you know? History has shown, and research corroborates the fact that heroes don't come in neat packages. If you look at Socrates, those who have shaped the world, there's one thing or the other you say about them. This man is an Esa man to the last millimeter of his shadow. He's both from Okpebholo and Agbazilo. The father is from Utomi, in Ugwesan, Eastern Central, which is Okpebholo. The mother is from Ikakele, in Egware, Uromi, which is the hallmark. Say it, you have a good tongue, though. So the mother is from Uromi. So he's both Agbazilo and Okpebholo. What this means is that he's a complete Esa man to the last millimeter of his shadow. He has done a lot. Is it security? Is it both tangible and intangible achievements? The tangible one is supplied water from Emado to Ile in Ekoma. From Afuda to Capital Market, I mean the Abusa Market in Uromi. He has done a lot. Even he came here in Igweben, he supplied water. He gave them because that is what led him out of the village. When the only sibling, the only sister died for taking unhygienic water. So he swore that once money comes, he will eradicate any debts associated with water, disease and the rest. This he has been doing. And I have come here to tell us that Edo State is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Development zero. Of course, you know that Governor Obaseki has failed in not marrying the politics of governance with the politics of election. You know what that means? That is difference of balance. Politics has been dethroned. Politics has been dethroned. Today, we talk of a necessary evil as politics. But our candidates, I'm sorry, so that people don't go, the aspirant, when he becomes candidate and he wins, he will take it back to becoming a supreme human good. A supreme human good. The man he has as his intrinsic value, tendency to do good. He has sponsored a lot of people. He has scholarship for the indigent. He has supplied vehicles to all the police stations in the Eastern Central. He has provided for their Atalakpa, that is security outfit for Eastern Central. All the Sienna cars, the pickup vans, he supplied to them. He single-handedly built the burnt down area command in Uromi, that those daredevil criminals burnt down. He built it single-handedly. He provided computer services for Mokiame University, Sabo group of schools, and to mention but a few. He has done a lot. The intangible ones is part of the one you just saw. The one you just saw. He has in him that tendency to continue helping. He's not tired of helping people. He is a great panel beater of light destiny. People who nature wouldn't have recorded as human beings. He has taken them. I tell you again, he has assured me, and I guarantee that assurance, that our leaders, you will be on the front line charge. You know what that means. Before any contract is carried out, you must seek the input, and it will be your project. You take over the project. It may be difficult for you to believe, but this is a man is very unskilled in licentiousness for evil. Unskilled in licentiousness for evil. It's not like some persons who are impudent, wicked, so unpredictable that men are more afraid of them when they are doing nothing than they are when they are making trouble. He is different. He is different from other people in the area in terms of civility, in terms of legal dealings, and in terms of clean money. He's a man of means with means of livelihood. That is Akpakomisa for you. So that you is, and there is no subtraction. I want to enjoy you leaders. Our party, the hierarchy, this is here. Akpakomisa, you can see your leaders. Leaders, you can see Akpakomisa. Is that not so? We will talk to you. A simple loss for freedom is all our hopes. There is nothing we seek other than your blessing. And I assure you, that is how we will all benefit going forward. We will all partake in the infinite possibilities of the future. There are so many people interested in this, but you want to give it to one person. By your power, by your influence, with your strength, I know you will give it to Akpakomisa.
Senator Monday Okpebholo Konyan, the leaders and members of the party, say in come to talk in mind, say in one govern Edo State, and say in they contest sake of the calamity way before in family when he dey small. As in elder sister by sake of bad water which she drink, and at that one come make up in mind, say he must be governor so that he go fit help in community and other communities come out from suffer. He constitute mouth for the project wey he don do, and come also talk say the hardship wey Edo people dey experience for Governor Obaseki time, Edo people no go suffer am for im own tenure. Okpebholo come chook mouth on top the ogbonge things wey im go do for Edo people if he become the governor of Edo. He come still beg the leaders say make dem keep the unity of the party together and say dem go only fit work if dem work together.
My leaders, I have come to meet you to tell you my mind that I want to govern the Edo State. Why am I contesting? It didn't just come up today. I think when I was 7 years old, I lost my only sister. But I was 3 years when I lost my mom. But that is the only lady around my father's house, the only person we have in my family. How did it happen? She went to a stream. We all normally go there to fetch water, bath, and wash our clothes. What happened that day? She was playing and she drank water mixed with sodas. Then, you know, the soda used to be very chronic. Not the soda of today. She was shouting, my stomach, my stomach. That is how she fell down and died. So I thought to myself, if I grow up and I have money, I will solve the problem of water in my community. Now, what happened? When I started working, I started thinking about it. The first money I made was, I got to the village, I remembered the water issue. I solved that problem by bringing borehole to my community. Now, I didn't end up there. I said, it's not only in my community where we have the issue of water. I started moving from one community to another community, even to that community where she fetched water from the stream. To avoid children going to that stream, I put a borehole there. Now, the second one I did was, one day I came to the village. I saw when we were children, we used to cut bamboo. We used to tie the fence around so that children would not be jumping out of the school. That day, I saw children moving out, walking around, and there was no fence. And these children are very small. I called my brother. I said, I want to fence this school. He looked at me, he laughed. He said, this is government project. I said, what is government? Who is government? Is it not an individual? Then I started. In no time, I ended it up. I finished fencing the school, painted the fence, and handed it over back to the school community. Mr. Chairman, if I have to talk about what I have done in the past, I think you would think I'm exaggerating. Whenever I talk to myself, I said, I find myself in the cycle of leadership. When people are thinking that, oh, it's just Chief Aneni alone I was close to. No, I was close to Solomola. I grew up in Jos. I was close to him. I saw how leaders suffer after putting somebody in an office, just like what we are suffering here. Okay, you are suffering it in the hand of Obaseki. This will not repeat itself in my time, because it's something that I see leaders, by the time they go inside their bedroom, they'll start crying. We have suffered, we have worked, we have done everything to make sure this person is there, and he has forgotten us. If I forget any leader, God will not forgive me. I'm doing what I'm doing with the fear of God. I want to tell you one small story. When the who became the Senate president was very hot, some people say, come here, come here. I said, no, my leader is not around. Who is your leader? Adam Soshomole. When he come, he will tell me the direction to go. Now, what happened? When he came, I followed his footsteps. I followed him. He took me to where we should go. I know people are speculating fake rumor. I want to correct it today. That rumor is false. I follow what my leader told me to do. So that is it. I've come here to talk to you about my ambition. I want to govern this state because, for just simple reason, I have 5-point clear agenda for this state. And those point agenda are things I've started doing them. When you talk of security, on my own, I arrested issues of security in Esa land. I also want to tell you I'm not like other aspirants who has not done anything, even with government money. But I have done something with my own money. So if I become a governor of Edo State, less than the 1 year you are talking about, I will turn Edo into construction state. That is talking about infrastructure, which is number 2. Security is number 1. Then, education. If other people call it Edo Best or Edo Jaga Jaga, I don't know, but it's Edo scam. The governor is simply scamming us. Every day signing a document called MOU. This man is taking our money out of Edo. We will return it back. Wherever they are, whether they are in the cave, we will bring it back. Now, what of our agriculture? We'll work on it. We'll make sure loans are given to farmers. Everybody will be happy in this state. Peace is going to return back to Edo. What are we talking about? About health. You can see the only hospital that Edo can really say, this is our hospital. Do we have it? Do we have it? They have given it to an individual. And that person is not from Edo. Check it, a Lagosian. Can Edo man go and take Lagos State property? We will return it back. It's our own. I don't need to talk too much because they always say Akpakomis I don't talk. I also want to appeal to my brothers that leaders should be respected.
Edo APC acting chairman Jared Tenebe contact Senator Okpebholo wey take on visit and said there are no incapabilities for House of Senate within the period when he take there. A constitute mat on top one aspirant wey disobey the party go buy phone when them ask nobody to buy phone till after the meeting and come still yarn them when they go publish the list of the full aspirants.
Yes, that the narrative in Edo Central is changed is true. Because for a long time we've not had a senator from Edo Central. But this time we have in you a senator that is now aspiring to govern the entire state. So that to us, if you were able to weather the storm and come up victorious in election in Edo Central, is a clear indication that you are a material that can also win election for the state. We know your capability, we know your contributions in the Senate as of now, because I remember vividly well just recently, I know you moved the motion on the roads, the bad roads we have in Edo. That shows that you are working. We have other aspirants in the race, and it is made clear that the process in selecting our candidate will be very, very open and transparent. Nobody is going to cheat anybody. You raised some issues just now as to disobedience to party leadership when it comes to the purchase of forms. I want to quickly clear something as regards the screening that was done in Abuja. The National Working Committee, we had a meeting with the National Working Committee stakeholders where they advised that the aspirants we have are too many and that we should do something very fast to see how we can prune down the aspirants. It was all in agreement. Everybody agreed that we should do that pruning down. And the aspirants were all there, were all invited to that meeting. And because of the able leadership of our leader, Comrade Adamso Shomole, the leadership of the party met immediately to set up a committee to see the possible pruning down of the aspirants. And that committee were carefully selected. You had two from each senatorial district, making 6-man committee headed by Julius Ihonvere. And a smaller committee was also set up to work out the modalities with which they are going to select, do the pruning down. And that committee quickly went to work and they came out with the criteria for the exercise. And even before then, the leadership told all the aspirants to hold on, not to buy forms until after that exercise. One of the aspirants disobeyed that clear order and went to purchase form, which means if such an aspirant is given the ticket and he eventually becomes governor, he might just be worse than Obaseki and he will still behave like him. After the screening, I want to put it very clearly from the rumor that is going around, Comrade Adamso Shomole never spoke to anybody in the committee. He never influenced anything in the committee. And that committee eventually came up with 6 aspirants across the senatorial district, 2 per senatorial district. And one of the guidelines which carried the highest mark was winning your units, your ward in all the elections. We carried 50%. Every other thing was very because how you will govern Edo, everybody has his different style. So if they ask you how you are going to govern Edo, if it's 5%, there's no way you are not going to get 4%. So the major thing was winning your unit and winning your ward, your constituency and your senatorial district. Those were the issues. Those were the criteria given to them. Because the election we're about to face is all about winning. And if you must build a consensus around anybody, it must be somebody who is seen to have won his unit, who is seen to have won his ward, who is seen to have won his local government. Those are the kind of people that you build such consensus around. So they came up with 6 aspirants. And a meeting was called, another leadership meeting was called to read the report of the screening committee that pruned down to 6. Some issues were raised. Some aspirants who were not among the 6 raised issues that some of the aspirants lied that they won their units. Meanwhile, they did not win their units. Then the leadership took note of that. Then there was another insinuation of somebody saying that the permanent secretary, that's one of the aspirants who was among the 6, was not supposed to be among because he just left service. How come he made the list? So the leadership also took note of that. So as I speak, they are looking at it. By tomorrow, INEC has been written to prove the issue of the results of one of the aspirants among the 6 who said he got He won all his units and wards. And also to look at the issue of the person who they said was not supposed to make the list, and he made the list because he just pulled out of service. I'm in touch with the leaders. We'll be coming out with the real list of the people who are qualified in that process. Then I also make bold to say that even though e-discipline was not part of the criteria given, we were also surprised, the leadership were surprised to see one of the aspirants who defied the leader's order to go and purchase funds to make the list. I can also tell you that as we speak, the people remaining in that process are 5, which they are looking at, not 6, because the person who purchased from, he knows himself, is part of it. The leaders and the party will not recognize such people.
Senator Monday Okpebholo for in talk with Tory people come here and say,
it's not what you are just putting in place now, it's what you have done in the past. You have done something that people will see. I've done a lot that people are seeing. So what matters now is, let's choose that man that really have the passion to work for the people. You can see the infrastructural decay in Edo State. We don't have road, there's nothing we have. We need somebody with passion who can develop Edo, make Edo great. I was in one state, I felt I was abroad. I want Edo to be like that. It's a vision that we need to put into place that will make Edo as a rising state.
Make una not forget, say, as we see him, now so we dey talk him. We know they take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojisele, TMC TV News.